and welcome to the Turnbuckle Talk podcast with your host, the hired gun. First, like, strive, share. How you doing now? So, a lot of things happen. Not a lot of things, but some stuff happened over the weekends with releases. Now, people know how I feel about our truth. I like the R Truth, Raw and Killings, and TNA. I also liked it when he turned heel in WWE and he was doing his thing. Don't like the comedy stuff. I just don't. But that's me. That's me. I don't like the funny guy because the funny guy leads to mid mid. No, him being released. I'm gonna go at this two ways. Or look at it two ways with him being released. Alright? Like I should. Now, I'm gonna go this route first. I respect everything that R Truth has done in the business. Okay? And yesterday, when he got released, you seen how much people loved him. And was upset and sad that he got released. Right? Like you seen that. You seen all that. You seen that to a T yesterday. Like you would think he passed away yesterday. How much love he got. Excuse me. You would think something happened to him. I mean, something did happen to him, but he got released. Alright, but like he got his flowers though. He got his flowers though. You know, and I'd rather you get your flowers when you alive and kicking than you dead, and then people see what it was worth. Now, saying that, R-Truth had a pretty good career. Like he had a pretty good, decent career. Hall of Fame worth, maybe. Not for his ballot. That ain't happening. But Hall of Famer. Yeah, yeah. Um, but let me say this though. I'm surprised this didn't happen sooner. Not in a bad way. I mean, the release is a release, but like not in a bad way though. Like not last year either, because last year they actually used them. You know, and last year there was actually a story finish. He won the tag team titles with The Miz, which I'm gonna talk about him too. All right, he won the tag team titles with The Miz, and he won at WrestleMania. Right, right. So that happened, and I mean even this year, like I mean he didn't wrestle as much, but even this year, like he he wrestled John Cena. Now wrestling John Cena and how they was using him before leading up to John Cena, it looks like Truth and them knew that his time was running out, or they wasn't going to renew his deal. No, like, and they did this here because like now he had a T-shirt, top T-shirt selling, which they stopped selling it today. So there's that, right? And Truth, uh, Truth did anything they wanted him to. They did anything that they wanted him to do. All right. If he went out there and job to Damian Priest or the Finn or the Dominic, all right, or uh, Jeff Cobb on Friday, like he did it. Now, I'm gonna say this again. I can't find the video for it, but I'm gonna say this again. Truth did not like being the funny guy all the time. Like he said it in a question and answer thing he did on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook. All right, that a friend asked him uh, if he wanted to change something about his character, and he said the funny guy. So some of him felt like he didn't want to be that person anymore, talking to people, making people like now. Saying that, a lot of people love that about him. Like saying a lot of people love the fact that he can break character, you know, or break people in character. He did it several times to Damian Priest. He did it to Brock Lesnar. He did it to anybody in the back, you know. And like I said, he got shown a lot of love. Carlito got released too. Not let me not say release. All right, they just didn't. Their contract was running out, and they decided just not to resign him. That's what happened. Like the contracts got it wasn't extended. Same thing that happened with Shotzi and Sonya. You know, the same things don't happen with probably the Miz and Cross, right? Because Cross is selling, Cross is over, and they're not doing nothing with him. Nothing, nothing. The last money in the last Money in the Bank man's match is tonight, and the Cross is not in it. It's AJ versus CM Punk, which I thought I was never gonna see. AJ versus CM Punk versus um Americana, right? Which is Chad, which to easily just be a spot for Cross, but it's not. Now, let's but so a friend asked me about Cross the other day. Alright? They asked me about Cross the other day. And she asked me have I heard anything about Cross resigning? Right? So I asked her, let me ask you a question. If you was Cross, would you want to resign? Now Cross has burned certain bridges other ways. He can't go back to TNA. He can't because the way he left TNA is pretty much how he gonna leave WWE. Like burning bridges. Can't go to RH because RH is in AEW. So and I'm not sure if he can go to AEW or not. Alright, but he probably should. Now I know if Freddie Prinze Jr. got does his things does his if Freddie Prinze Jr. does his project he want to do, King Cross to do that. But I think they just don't run his contract out. But again, so I asked a question about him. Like, would you sign WWE if they wanted to sign you? Knowing that he's not going to push you, and knowing that you do everything in your power, all right, to do the same thing that happened with Jay. I sell merch. I can promo. Uh, I'm over with the crowd, and I push. I do what I'm supposed to do outside of. I do what I'm supposed to do. I take the L's like I'm supposed to do, and nothing, nothing. So why would he sign back? Knowing they're not going to push him. Now some of this has to do with the E not being able to come out with an idea for him, or it's not their own idea. I mean, some things are not their own idea. Like CM Punk wasn't the E's idea. Jey Uso, to an extent, wasn't the E's idea, but they got over it and they used it. All right, with Cross, there's something about Cross that they just don't like. right? It's just something about Cross that they don't that they don't like about him, or they see something they just don't like and some of this has to do with just being a Triple H guy. All right, Swerve said it. Swerve said it. You have to be Triple H's guy to get pushed. Like you have to. Because if you're not, whether you have it or not, he doesn't see it. And he doesn't see value in you. Now, some of this has to do. Now, these releases, all right. Let me go back to this. Some of this has to do with just it being TKO thing because, like, people like the Miz and R Truth, Titus, Carlito, right? Right? Like these are people you can just use. Now, like these are people you thought, oh, we're gonna maybe not Carlito, but the Miz, Titus, Titus ain't really it hasn't got released, but the Miz and our truth. Right? Let's talk about those two, right? These are people that you thought were gonna have jobs forever with WWE, right? Forever. They, these are things you thought like loyalty was gonna come over. Now, eh, and maybe that would have been a thing. And this time probably the only time I'm gonna um, give Vince credit. It wouldn't happen under Vince. Our Truth would still have a job. Like they would have gave they did the same thing they did with Archer. I mean, did with Titus with our Truth. They just would have gave him another job, and you just wouldn't see him on TV a lot. And maybe they did, and Truth said, "Nah, I'm good." Because we don't know what happened with that. But he should have got the same kind of job as Titus O'Neil, right? Right? And the Miz. So I've always said this about the Miz, right? I've always said this about it. The Miz is John Cena without being John Cena. The Miz is Cody before they had Cody, right? You can send the Miz to China. You can send the Miz to LA. You can send the Miz to Tokyo. You can send the Miz to Australia. And he'll go. And he'll promote the E. He'll promote it and you don't gotta put him on in the ring or anything until you're ready for it. You could like the Miz and the host stuff and all that good stuff, right? Right? And he do it with a smile, and you know, and he sell. And I don't know if he sells, but he sells the product, and that's what you want for somebody, right? But then I said this before about the Miz. Once they sound Cody, the Miz was kind of expendable then. You know, the Miz was kind of expendable again because then you can send Cody with the belt the same places you can send the Miz to. You know, now whenever MJF's contract runs out, right, and he goes to the E, because that's gonna happen. That's it. It didn't happen the first time, but it's damn sure going to happen the second time. All right, and Tony Khan can't control that. He can't control that. Eventually, some people are still gonna go to the E, or go back to the E, because the fact that in many cases that's still the goal. Like AEW is just somewhere else you can go to get paid. Right? It's not the goal though. Like it's not the goal to go to AEW for every. I mean, it's not the goal. It's not the goal to go to AEW. Like that's never gonna be a thing unless WWE like it's not there anymore. Then the goal would be to go to AEW then, right? But as of right now, like AEW is looked upon as a place I can go to get paid if I can't get paid in WWE. AEW is looked at as a place I can go when someone else doesn't want me, right? And for sure, AEW is looked upon as, I didn't make it in WWE. Let me go to AEW and show them they were wrong about me, and then I can go back. Cause that's happened, right? Like that's happened. Like Jade went to AEW because she didn't. For the first time she tried out for WWE, it didn't happen, right? So she went to AEW, and then she went to WWE when they wanted her, right? Maya May tried out for WWE and didn't get it, right? She went to AEW, had some success. She joined the WWE, which I'm gonna talk about her in a little while too. All right. Uh, Cody left WWE, did the Indies, did AEW for a little while, and came back to WWE. Right? That's not uh gonna stop happening with certain wrestlers. I mean, the only wrestler I can see staying in AEW is Ricochet. And I say that because of the fact that he's pretty much done burned his bridge in WWE. And he doesn't care. And that's cool. If you feel like that wasn't for you, that's cool. Alright? And he's had more success in AEW than he's ever had in WWE. And I was against him going to AEW. But but he's had more success in AEW than he's ever had in WWE. Right? And you can tell that he's bitter about what happened. You can tell that he's very, very bitter. Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with him, how he feels about being, how he was dealt in WWE. There's nothing wrong with that. All right? Because they all talk shit. All right? They all feel bitter when the E releases them or let their contract run out. Now with him it's different. That didn't happen. None of that happened with him. He told them up front that he was leaving. All right, and then he did the job for who did he wrestle? Like he did the job for Braun Breaker when he got called up. Right, right. So like shit happens. Shit happens. Now didn't want to throw shade at AEW, which I'm not. I'm just saying the goal is not AEW. The goal for a lot of wrestlers still is to get to WWE or go back to WWE. And it's a black. Alright, they released him, he went to AEW. Alright? Contract expired, went back to WWE. Where his wife is at and everything. Alright? Alright. So let me talk about I'm gonna talk about more our truth later, but let me talk about um I forgot who I was talking about. I said it earlier. Uh, but nonetheless, okay. So let me talk about our truth some more. Alright? Or Carlito. Let me talk about him right quick. So his contract is finna run out. Right? Like they're just not gonna renew it. And it just goes back to what I said before about People want people to get called up, right? And people want people to get signed, right? All these go hand in hand. If you want somebody to get called up, somebody finna get cut, right? If you want somebody to get signed to CTE, someone's gonna get cut because they have a budget, and regardless if they making money or not, they have to they have to wiggle in the budget. And the days of wrestlers just stealing money and just being there are over. Because it's one thing when they eat on their own shit, right? It's another thing that TTO owns WWE and they give them a budget, right? At first, we was getting these cuts once a year after Mania, right? After Mania, and probably 2 months after probably it was after Mania, right? Right? But we was getting these cuts, these budget cuts once a year. Now we getting it like 3 times out of the year, all right? Yeah. Now we getting it like 3 times out of the year now. But again, again, like they happen. They happen. Now, one wrestler I hope goes to WWE and goes to NXT is Ace Austin. He his contract well right now he's a free agent. Now I haven't heard if he signed the agent. Because if he signed the agent, then I know what's up. If he signed that agent that he signed with not him, but if the agent that's the agent for Kenny Omega and uh, Cedric, the Walking Weapon, and if he's not that agent, then he's on the AEW. I want to see him in NXT. I do, I do. But again, if they sign somebody, somebody got to get cut. If they call somebody up, somebody get cut. And the reason I say that, when you get called up, you get a new contract. Like you don't get the same NXT contract. Just like if a wrestler just promoted back to NXT after they got called up, right? Right? Like they don't get the same contract. They have the same contract they had when they got called up, regardless of they NXT again. That's what happened with Ziggler. That's what happened with Finn. That's what happened with uh, other wrestlers that got called back down to NXT. They just working. They haven't. It happened with Cedric Alexander. They just working on a 90-day contract. I mean, well, not 90-day contract, but they working on with the same contract they had when they got called up. The new contract. So any NXT wrestler that gets called up, they get a new contract when they get called up, regardless if they get sent by the NXT or not. So like like so there's more money. That's more money. So they have to get cut. So they have to cut somebody that they're not using anymore. Like like a lot of these cuts that happened recently with Braun, not Braun, Ron Strowman, um, R-Truth, Carlito, these contracts, it's just something that they can't use anymore. You know, they can just walk around. They was making too much fucking money, right? So, for instance, call ups, right? Uh, uh, Gia, Stephanie, because she got called up, right? Roxanne, and who was the other one? Oh, and Jordan Grace. All these chicks got called up in a matter of a month, right? Right. Now we didn't see the Stephanie thing happening, but it happened. So all four of them got new contracts. Let alone they had these long ass contracts because they wasn't going to stay in NXT that long. So like these they got new contracts, and we got to get cut. Now I'm surprised Sensei's still around. I don't want him to get cut, but I'm surprised he's still around. All right, because he dropped the United States title. Haven't seen him since. Right, all right. I think they just want to let Karrion Cross contract run out. Right. The Miz. Let me talk about the Miz now. Like the Miz, they say the Miz contract runs out in a year. All right. I think they just gonna let that shit just run out, and they just telling them we're not gonna resign you. And again, that's just how things go. That's just how things run. All right, with TKO, if you're not making the money and they don't see something in you, like you finna get cut. Now, our truth is gonna find another another place to work. TNA's gonna sign him. AEW can sign him, but TNA said, "Give me a call." Like that doesn't happen without. I mean, like Tommy Dreamer said it. People was tagging TNA, "Hey, sign this dude," because our truth is loved, right? I'm not here to shit on our truth. Like I think it's fucked up that he got released, how he got released. All right, but again, something in me feels like our truth knew he was getting released. All right, because they gave him what he wanted. Now, the only thing I would have changed about him getting how he got released, I just would have did it in a match with John Cena. You want people to hate John Cena, all right? That's how you do it. Like I would have put that if our truth didn't lose, I mean if our truth lost, he has to leave WWE because he was already leaving, right? Right? So that was happening. Now I said this last night to the wife, right? About about wrestlers that leave, then they come back. The only person I know that didn't come back, that want to come back, is uh, Zack Ryder, aka Matt Gargano. His wife is in WWE, and they push her, right? And and Matt Gargano hasn't stepped foot back in WWE, but saying that he wants to, right? But there's something about him they don't want because he's over in the Indies, and it's not like he has a deal with TNA or AEW, even though he worked with both companies, right? But he told them he didn't want a long term deal. Well, either one of them, because he's hoping that phone calls and they bring him back into the WWE because that's the goal. And he has and it's not like he don't got friends in the WWE. Like he's friends with Joseph, the commentary for NXT. He's friends with Corey Graves. He's friends with Cody. Like Cody, him, um, what's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. But he's an NXT too. And you can just send Matt Gargano to the NXT if you didn't want him on the main roster. Just that don't work. So it's something about him. Something about him. But I bring him up to say this. Just because a wrestler got released, don't mean he can't come back. Now, I don't know about our truth. But Carlito, right? This is second turn. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Our truth, this is second turn too, because he got released before too. And he came back. Alright? All right. So it's not a done deal for some of the wrestlers who got released. It's not. It's not. It's not a done deal for these wrestlers. Who got released. If they're young enough, I can see certain people coming back. Like Corey Jade. I can see that coming back eventually. I don't know about Gigi, but because she burned her character yesterday. Because see anybody who was under the 30 day release, like a non-compete clause, that shit was up yesterday. So now they can go anywhere they want to go, and they can do OnlyFans and all the other shit they want to do. But I'm gonna end the show with that. Bet 30 minutes, y'all. Uh, Make sure you got like, subscribe, share. Make sure you got just watch wrestling, y'all. Enjoy wrestling. Make sure you got watch E-Feds. We should have. Make sure y'all watch New Breed. We should have something new coming out pretty soon. The roster's finished for the new show. We should have an episode going pretty soon. I'm still United States champion, regardless of what's going on. Um, but this is the high gun. God bless. Love God. I'm out.